Oh my goodness. Human! Stay right there, I'm coming to get you. No need to fear. I'm here to rescue you. There you are. Safe and sound with good old Dreamy. Here, let me use the hem of my shirt to dry you off a little bit. Oh, goodness. Okay, there. Is that better? Are you okay? Honestly, I don't know what you were thinking going out in that lake like that. You could have met an untimely end. It's lucky for you I came along when I did. I heard you splashing, and then when I saw you out in the middle of the water like that, I just knew I had to come rescue you. It's what I do. What were you doing out in that water? Don't you have any concern for your safety? Any number of things could have happened to you, you know. Oh, look at you. Poor thing, you're shaking like a leaf. You must have been terrified out there in that water. You silly little humans. You always think you're so big and strong and clever building your little villages and your little boats, but let me tell you something. You're not the first human I've had to rescue like this. You little guys clearly aren't as tough as you like to think. You are pretty adorable, though. I'll give you that. Wait. Slow down. I can't understand you when you talk so fast now. Okay. Take a deep breath. And try again. Well, don't be ridiculous. Of course you did. No, you did. I know you did. I saw the distress you were in. Splashing and flailing and kicking like you were. If I hadn't come along when I did, you clearly would have drowned. And I couldn't just leave you there. Swimming? No. I don't think so. That's not what swimming looks like. If you'd been swimming, you would have moved across the lake by the time I got to you. But there you were, just kicking, barely moving in any direction. So, no. Take it from me. You were truly drowning, even if you don't realize it. Okay, fine. Fine. I will agree that you may think you were swimming, and I'm sure that's what you were trying to do, but even if you had been swimming, you still would have been in danger. You know, are you even aware that that lake has fish in it? Okay, yes, but big ones. Big ones. I've seen them. Some could have eaten you whole. You humans always seem to think you're the top of the food chain just because you can walk on two legs. Well, guess what? So does a chicken. And that's what you would have looked like to one of those giant mountain snappers, you know. You would have looked like a kicking, splashing, flailing lake chicken. One of those fish would have eaten you before you even got a chance to say, "Help, Dreamy, I'm being eaten by a giant." Because that's as far as you would have gotten before the fish ate you. You wouldn't have gotten the chance to finish saying it was eating you. But you know what? You don't have to worry about any of that now, because you're safe with me. Dreamy, the gentle giantess, protector of the small, defender of the frail, savior of the soggy. Well, of course you weren't fine when you were in the lake. Do you know what kind of things live in that lake? Aside from the giant mountain snapper. I mean, there are all kinds of creepy crawly things in there. Things with pincers, things with fangs. And there you were, looking like you were fighting for your life and being vulnerable, looking vulnerable. And you know, I'm not the only thing in this forest that keeps an eye out for vulnerable little things like you. But unlike me, most of them would not be looking for you to save you. So, you're welcome. And also, there's no need to thank me. Even though you should. If you were raised with any kind of manners, I mean. Like I said, rescuing little things is what I do, though, so. I've got kind of a knack for it, for spotting creatures in trouble. I can spot them from a mile away. It's a gift, really. I do it all the time. Like, just last week, for example. I was walking along on my usual walk through the woods, and I come across this tiny little baby deer. Oh, it was so cute. Wandering near the cliffs, just about to fall off the edge, I'm sure of it. And it was so tiny and little and in danger. So, of course, I swept right in and scooped it up and brought it back to my home in my cave. Kept it safe and sound, just like I'm going to do with you. Though, if I'm being honest, I haven't really seen that little guy for a while. He might have gotten loose when I was out, picking berries or something. Probably ran back to his mother. Ungrateful little things. They're always so ungrateful. But that's besides the point. The point is that you can't be too careful. One minute you're frolicking in the grass by a cliff, and the next moment you're tumbling to your doom. I mean, unless you have me there to save you. Which you did. So, again, you're welcome. Though, you don't have to thank me. Though you should, out of simple decency. Oh, look at you, getting all pouty with me. It's adorable. I mean, it's not the least bit polite, but it is adorable. I know. You humans like to think that you're so industrious and independent and able to take care of yourselves all the time. I've watched you. I've seen you from the mountains. I see you building your little houses, chopping down your little trees, making your little fires. It's all very industrious, very admirable. But, I mean, you've got to admit, you all are a little bit fragile, A little bit frail. I mean, look at you. You can't even walk around without little coverings on your feet. And you have to build little houses to keep yourself safe from the elements and the animals. Frankly, it's amazing any of you lasted long enough to build the first houses. I'm impressed, to be honest. But, you know what? You don't have to worry about any of that anymore, because I'm here to take care of you. You can stay in my cave and sleep on the bed of hay I made for the baby deer. You'll be fine. Perfectly safe and perfectly cared for. No. Oh, I can see that you're lost for words again. There's no need to thank me. Though you probably should. I assume you'll get around to it at some point. I understand, though, being rescued by a giantess isn't exactly an everyday occurrence, is it? But yeah, you'll get used to it. It's very nice here. I've got everything you need. I have berries, I have nuts, roots. You'll never go hungry. And my cave is very spacious for someone so small, and it's very warm. There are no fish that are going to eat you. So there's that. What more could you ask for? I'm sorry, what? Kidnapping? Whatever gave you that idea? I mean, okay, sure. You didn't tell me that I could, but I wasn't kidnapping you. I was rescuing you. Okay, fine, kidnapping. I was kidnapping you from doom. I was kidnapping you from certain doom, I tell you. All right, fine. So, you were swimming, and you might not have drowned. But you have to admit you were splashing, and splashing is very drowning adjacent. And you're small, so you're so small, and that lake is so big. And I have seen giant fish in there, so I mean, I couldn't just stand by and not do something. I mean, what if you'd come across some real danger? What if you'd hit a rock? Or been pulled downstream, or sucked into a whirlpool, into a watery, fishy doom, never to return? I had to act. Well, okay, fine. So lakes don't have streams or whirlpools, but when the wind picks up, the water can get pretty choppy. Okay. Fine. I see what you're saying. I may have been possibly, perhaps, just a little bit teeny tiny little incy beansy, microscopic little bit overprotective. Okay, fine, I was overprotective. Okay, fine, I was very overprotective. So, you don't have to thank me. Anything to say to you? No? No, I don't think so. Why? Do you have something to say? Oh, all right, fine. I'm sorry I accidentally got a little overprotective and seemed to have inadvertently kidnapped you. Yes. And I will return you to the lake if that's what you wish. Is that what you wish? Are you sure? Okay, fine. I will let you get back to your swimming. But just keep in mind, I am here, right? I am always nearby if you need anything. I can be here in seconds to rescue you. Yes. All right. I promise to not interfere unless you call for my help. Or unless you are actually eaten by a giant fish, in which case I will absolutely step in and get you out of its mouth. Deal? All right. Here you go. Oh, but be careful not to trip over that leaf. Hey, Cupcakes, thank you all so very much for listening to yet another few minutes of me rambling on and being silly. I think that this character is going to be the star of this week's Spicy Sunday over on my Patreon. If you're not a member of my Patreon, we've got 3 weeks left at 25% off, and then it's going to be going back to the usual price after that. But if you are a member, thank you very much. You are all so very kind. And of course, speaking of kind, thank you so much to Big Q 8753 for the super thanks, and also for becoming my newest YouTube member. And I have my newest patrons to welcome. There is Ronan Main and Colossal and Ari Zamora. And I have special thanks to all of my top tier patrons. There's Lucid Sloth, Noah Benner, Logan, Eerie Ghost, Nikki, Billy Harden, Loot Curator, Lemonic Cultist, Dan, Confused But Still Here, Bowman, Alton Goodbottle, Disbanded Crow, Techo, Amphizenus, Gunner's Mage, Mushan Gaming, Tomas Rogers, You're Skating Wolfie, NSF for some reason, Benny99, Barry Wilburn, Esteed, SLE Photo, Harper Evolution, Justin, Wolf9004, Malicilo, Army Guy 007, Mr. Fabulous, Lou Bunny, Tiny the Taxman, Merrill, Mr. Rickles, Anand, Darth Mythos, Red Death 48, Always Able, Vagar, Moon, Olbin UK, Kalua Bear, The Swaggy Llama, Artlo, Pierce Tailish, and Christian Klepa'a. And on that note, I will leave you for now. I hope you will all have a very good day. Be as good to yourselves as you are to me, and I will speak to you tomorrow.